was that when's the last time you went to a game where a kicker accounted for 30 yards of penalties? Think about that. When's the last time you? Well, I want to start with that though. First of all, like Hayden Ray, what a great example of mental toughness. You agree with me on that? I mean, the kid, you know, we try to pin the kickoff return unit in the corner, and so we funnel. It's no secret. It's on film. I mean, we're funneling our kickoff unit to go make the play, which late in the game helped us. Ended up with a big hit and fumble and recovery right there to give us an opportunity to go up 2 possessions late in the game. But Hayden was trying to be a little too precise with that, so he continued to. I mean, three kicks out of bounds, but to come back and have the mental capability of moving on from it. At one point I got him on the sideline and literally just looked him in the eyes and I said, look at the way I'm reacting. Look, there's 10,000, 11,000 people in the stands that know you kicked it out of bounds, but nobody knows it more than you do. Just move on, you know what I'm saying? So to go 4 for 4 and obviously get rewarded with the player of the week is obviously a huge accomplishment for him. And look, he's doing a great job for us. Second of all, just want to commend all of you guys that were there. Echo what Steve said, I told coaches that have been here and people that have been part of it, I mean, like if you didn't know any better, you would have thought that was a homecoming game. I mean, like the unbelievable job by our marketing, unbelievable job by the community of Conway, anybody that was involved in promoting the game, promoting the home game and the atmosphere and all those things. I mean, golly, that is just unbelievable job. And so to be able to finish the night with a rivalry game, a trophy game, cap it off with a win after family day, band day, all the things that was surrounded around the football game was huge, and excited to be a part of that. So I don't know that I've seen the home side as jam-packed as it was in a long time, and that's good to see. So we're going to try to continue to do our job and win games and continue to hopefully add excitement around the program and the university and what we're trying to accomplish. But Saturday was a big win. McNeese was a good program. Again, I said it last week. They came in 3-3, but very easily could have been a 5-1 football team at this point. You saw. I talked about the Orgeron kid at quarterback, being a very dynamic athlete. He did a great job. Now, what I will tell you this is Coach Williams put our defense in an unbelievable game plan one, but put our defense in a position to be successful. Now, they made a couple plays over us, but we had guys in good spots. We just got to finish the play. What we did do a good job, our number one goal throughout the night was to make him uncomfortable, and I think we did that. We took away his first read, and once you took away his first read, he would get antsy in the pocket, stepped up, made plays, did a good job. But if you're relying on that, if you as a defense you have an offense relying on the unscripted plays, I call them, then usually you're going to have a successful night. And I thought our defense did that. Offensively, I thought we did a good job putting our guys in a position to be successful. We moved guys around, put them in some orthodox positions. Tyler Hudson's big catch he made down the field in the third quarter, that he was playing fullback on that position. Gerard Barnes' big catch in the first quarter to get us going, to get us points. He was playing tight end on that position. So we were being very creative and getting matchup problems that we've got to continue to do each week to out-scheme what a defense is trying to do to us. I thought Braylon played pretty good. I mean, you talk about couldn't have a worse start scripted to the game, and he came right back, didn't skip a beat, just like Braylon always does. Very poised kid, and moved on and had a career night as far as passing goes. Also, probably the highlight of the night was Braylon's helmet coming off. Luke Hill's making a phenomenal throw and catch. And then really the discussion of that play was the helmet comes off, so I've got a decision to make. If you've got a timeout, you can call a timeout, which we did later in the game. Braylon's helmet came off later in the game, and I called a timeout to keep him in the game during the crucial. I mean, it was late in the game, the kind of the flow of the game. But in that particular instance, we knew the next play we were going to be in a third and long situation. We knew a formation that we could get a one-on-one outside with our two big receivers. And one of Luke Hill's best throws he makes is the down the field fade ball, especially when you're getting in the plus red zone area. And really, that's a back pylon throw. You're trying to throw it to that back orange pylon. And so Ken and I had a discussion for about 5 seconds. We didn't blink. We said, throw him in, call the play. He went in there, looked like he'd been playing all night. Great throw, great catch by Tyler Hudson. So just a testament to him and being ready when his time came. And again, another example of a player being ready when their number was called. You know, and that's what we try to preach as a program. You know, you may be down and out, or you may be frustrated with your playing time, or whatever it is, but you never know when your number is going to be called. So that's always important. But again, just a total team effort. I said it on air with Justin after the game. You know, you put our defense in a 2-minute, 4-minute situation late in the fourth quarter, and they've proven over and over this year in those situations they're going to come up with a big play. Trey Mosley's huge interception down here, really to seal the game on a wheel route. They thought they had him in man coverage. He did a great job tracking the ball, making a play with the ball in the air when the time mattered most. And then our offense getting a big first down, not to give them the ball back. They're trying to run the clock out. So little things like that, and again, ultimately getting in that goal line victory formation, the best formation in football. There's no better feeling, especially when you get to do it against McNeese State, one of the best programs we know historically in the Southland Conference, and obviously a really good team. Moving forward, again, don't think we played a complete game. Don't think our best football has been played yet. It's way ahead of us. Again, we're young, we're talented, we're having some growing pains in some spots. We're having to cover up some holes, but that's football. You know, you wouldn't have coach in front of your name if you weren't doing that. So it's our job as coaches to put our players who we have each week, and we have who we have at this point. It's not like the NFL where you can cut somebody and go the free agent wire. We have our guys, and that's who we're going to continue to grow and coach and perform with, and we're going to continue to put a great product on the field. And again, you know, Steve was mentioning it earlier. He was naming out names. You heard a lot of freshmen, redshirt freshmen, sophomores. There's a lot of young guys playing. You know, right now we're sitting at about 26, 27 redshirt freshmen, and sophomores that are contributing every Saturday with a lot of snaps. So that's good for the future. But the future is now, in my opinion. And I think we've got a great product to continue to grow on this team and this season. And I'm looking forward to continue to do that. This week, Northwestern State. Obviously, I mentioned it to our team once on Sunday, and I said I'm not going to mention it again. Yeah, they're winless. You know, they're 0-6. They played a fairly difficult schedule. When you look at it, you know, they had to go play at LSU. Nobody would really want to go do that. You know, they played UT Martin out of the Ohio Valley, who's playing really good right now. So they've had a decently difficult schedule to this point. The ball hadn't bounced their way. Look, I know the history of this matchup between UCA and Northwestern is not an easy one, especially in Natchitoches. That's a tough trip. It's one of our shorter trips, but a tough place to play. You know, they've got a nice, you know, old stadium that they seem to play good in, and they always play us tough. It doesn't matter if they're winless or we're undefeated, or they've got 6 wins, we have 7 wins. It really doesn't matter. It's always going to be a hard-fought game. And we're going to have to bring our best effort. They've got a great quarterback that they try to run their offense through in the Epler kid, Quan Shorts, their receiver, is a transfer from Texas Tech. He was on their team last year, one of the top guys in the league. So they try to run their offense through their quarterback and getting the ball out fast and throwing the ball around the yard. Defensively, they're going to throw more blitzes in front at us than any team we'll see all year. Very, very distracting defense. When I say distracting, they do a lot of movements and pre-snap stuff that's going to try to get the quarterback's eyes going everywhere. So Braylon and our running backs in protections have to be disciplined. Our offensive line has to be disciplined as we get ready to prepare for these guys. One thing we looked at today, just talking about the start of the season. We were talking a little bit about this on Saturday night, but we looked at it this morning. I had one of our assistant coaches look at it. To this point in the season, right now, our opponents through 6 games right now are 26-15. That's their overall record, 26-15, and those teams are 14-7 in their conferences, and 3 of them are leading their conferences undefeated. So, you know, we've been battle tested. So one thing I can say about this team is they're going to rise to any challenge that comes at them. And I said last week that maybe the best thing that could have happened to us was being humbled down in Thibodaux, Louisiana. And hopefully we grew from that. We move forward, and you're going to continue to see this team get better and better each week. Health-wise, we're sitting in a good shape. Don't think we'll say this. Hopefully we plan on getting back this week. Played basically the whole 3.5 quarters after the second series without our all-conference left tackle Hunter Watts. We had to move our true freshman Parker Ray over to left tackle and move his back up to right tackle on Saturday for the last basically 3 quarters of the game. Hunter went out with a sprained ankle. X-rays are negative, so we look optimistic that he gets back this week. I feel like playing that position, he should be able to be back this week. So hopefully that'll happen. Another good thing on the offensive line front, Will Burgess from Lake Hamilton, sophomore from Lake Hamilton, 6'4", 330-pound kid, started the last 5 games of the year last year as a true freshman for us, had off-season back surgery. We were under the assumption we may not get him back this year, so he was probably going to take his red shirt this year. He is, I don't want to say miraculously, but he's got a chance to be back this week. Now, that being said, we'll be careful with him. In a perfect world, you slot him in at left guard and you push forward. But at the same time, he's got to work himself into shape and you do that whole deal. But that's a positive thing moving forward, especially for our offensive front, getting a guy back that really is a difference maker up front, we feel like. So, again, we're doing good things. We've got to continue to get better, though. And we're looking forward to a good trip, a short trip to Northwestern. Hopefully many of y'all can make it.